Okay. Let's try this one last time. And just hope for the best. Because if it doesn't, then I don't know what's going on, and I won't be able to help myself. So, one final time, we're going to play this damn game. Oh, fuck. Sounds good? We're going to be me. We started back over. We're going to be in Slytherin this time, because I'm tired of playing good guys in games. Oh, yeah. Let's make sure all the all this stuff looks good. We want let's do ultra performance. I think that might be better. On plus boost, highest FPS. All that stuff looks good. Yep. Oh yeah. Actually looks much better on YouTube than it does on Twitch, but you know what? It doesn't fucking matter, I guess. Alright, here we go. Sorry, Frey, I frightened you. Alright. Let's run. Last time I played this, I played it on mouse keyboard, so. Oh, you can get an apple. Look at that. Would you look at it? Alright, I don't know if I like. I gotta figure out this field of view. So I've never been in the Slytherin common room. Field of view, maybe. Let's see what 20 actually does. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. I do need to fix sensitivity. Well, maybe it's fine right now. Cool. All right, I think we figured out the problem.
Introductions are in order.
Oh yeah, I gotta introduce myself.
That is not helpful. Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year.
That's right.
I'm Sebastian Sallow.
Hello, Sebastian.
Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was exciting.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What are you reading?
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Oh. What do you mean?
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I do want to get... maybe bump this up a little bit. Maybe 1.5. Aiming sensitivity, 1.5 maybe. Get those to the same. I think that's not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot that common room was under, like, it has that underwater view. That's kind of cool.
Hogwarts hasn't been the same since Black Years. Lucky for us, we have Professor Weasley.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year.
Is he
I'm
blind?
Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I do like to make an
Well,
entrance.
If I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine.
I'm pretty sure he's
Don't be a
blind.
stranger.
I guess it would be rude to talk about that on the
If you do
introduction.
that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We had a handle.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying.
Yeah,
I can
sure.
teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
As a muggle boy, I used to feel
Hi, Professor Weasley.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
It's Harry Potter's journal.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Resource. Let me put this under my arm in the invisible
Thank
bag
you,
I have.
Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Relatives work at the ministry. Every one of them.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a
That's just
student.
saying with me.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your
me, for
surroundings.
example. Hecate said I'd make a wonderful...
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
I'm literally right behind you.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio! You read it off to.
Clever,
Jeez.
isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Let's get there.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Will do.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecate in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thanks,
Thank
Professor.
you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say
I'm
Professor
a
Fig
wizarding
succeeded in
master.
at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm gonna lie, because it's none of your business.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
None of her business.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okie dokie.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day
just like
ahead.
GPS.
What with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright, I want to just try something. Because obviously I made it to where, you know, it's the highest. But I mean, 144 is the most of my screen, so... I wonder if that'll help with some of the cuts that it's doing.
Don't be so happy, Buncho.
Simplify.
Is that all you've got?
Uh-oh.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Easy.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Interesting.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso! Oh.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Don't all of my students do this again.
Protego. Protego. Levioso, Steve.
Gotcha!
Joy and light is yours.
I win. Easy.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Let's go.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
All right, let's try something real quick. Oh, ray tracing's even off. That's interesting. Let's see what it looks like. Oh. Let's put that on auto.
That's enough spectacle for one day.
I gotta save. What did I say? Oh, whatever.
Class is dismissed.
Also dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect
As
a
you
new
are.
student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
What are you talking about? Manual savings currently unavailable. Level 2. I'd say that I can save now. Alright. So it needs to restart to get the ray tracing. I want to see, because the last time I played this game, I was on my 3090 or 3080, whatever the hell I had last. And now I've got the more beefy game stuff, so let's see if I can do something with it. See if it works well. See how it works. Alright. Ray tracing, everything. Everything's at ultra. We're doing DLSS at auto to hopefully... I think it looks the same. Well, let's do bubble one. Alright. Well,
Professor Howard's going to quiz us on rare water beasts next week. Can't wait.
just pick up some tea? Okay. Actually, it does look pretty good. Now that I'm looking at the reflections and all that stuff. Hello, kitty. Level 1 lock. That's a common room. Oh shit. Wrong class.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Gryffindor beat nice with Slytherin.
I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
This will be the one where I can pull the things out of midair, the pages. I'm pretty sure. Yoink, 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 yoink. Accio.
Accio.
Thank you.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Oh, I remember this.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far... Splendid! That's it!
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting all the points.
Very good. Don't lose your
Oh.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
As close as you can without going over. Oh, we're taking turns, I guess. Oh, what a...
That is how it's done.
Yeah. That is how it's done. Oh, right on the edge. Wait, is she gonna try and button mine off? Oh, she got close. That's another 50 for me! Ha ha!
Done.
Oh, that was... Wait. How you gonna get 50 each time? Oh, I'm knocking yours off. No! Oh.
That's it! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
How do we make it more interesting? Oh, okay.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Oh!
That is how it's done.
It was going a little fast there. Go ahead.
Watch this.
Oh. Boom! Oh.
There we go.
Playing it safe on that one, and I got 50. Let's go! Yeah, we're playing for keeps now, lady.
Here we go.
Oh no, you're getting crushed. Boom. And it knocked yours off. Oh, maybe not. Oh! I'm winning no matter what I get, and I'm going to push hers off.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Gotcha!
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you.
Oh,
Took
you
me
absolutely did.
weeks to become proficient with Accio.
Well, you're a
Took
loser.
weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I'm holding my own.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year.
Wagadu?
My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Wagadu. Surely the magic is weaker.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
A word,
Can
if you
use
would.
Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Let's
Expect to hear
go.
from me
What's
soon
up, dude?
regarding a
It's good to
special
see you, bro.
assignment that I am preparing for you.
I promise that this is just a coincidence, but I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh. And to answer your question, Lasco, yes, I am Doug. All right. My lunch.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yes.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Wasn't too challenging
Thank
a
you,
lesson.
but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
If we were simply taught antidotes to common poisons,
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun!
Albert
Say my
Boot.
goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies.
I'm not tracking anything. Side quests are not available. All right. Is that a side quest? No. So. I'm talking to you, Lasco.
It's too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
I am talking to you, sir. Can you not hear me? Not hear me? Nope, I heard myself. I heard myself. Oh, okay, Lasco. Well, screw you! Screw you, Lasco. No, you mean in the game, obviously. First of all, I miss you, Lasco. And yes, I'm going to be an ass in the game. I'm Slytherin. I'm always good in games. Definitely going to be a jerk in the games now.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can
Lumos.
plunge the boy's lavatory. Not for
Levioso.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp. Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar.
Is Revelio not on here?
But he failed us, did his containment
It has
jar.
been well,
So I
sir.
took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm.
Changing jobs, like, or getting. I got a promotion. I didn't change the job, but
Accio. Levioso.
work from home now. See, it's nice. I've been traveling. It's been a busy few weeks.
Lucan's just over there.
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
Oh. Thanks. What's up,
Can I
buddy?
help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Yep.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
No, you won't, Ravenclaw.
Come on. Levioso. Lumos. Protego.
Don't show away now.
Accio.
Give them all four. I could never duel like that.
Easy.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organize these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Me too, Astoria Cricket.
Just wait till I've grown a bit. Then we'll see how well you do.
Yeah, okay.
Revelio.
Professor Sharp terrifies me.
Have you ever wondered how owls know where to live their life? Revelio. Levioso.
Interesting.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
No, Professor.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
What more can you tell me about the potion shop?
The potion shop, Professor.
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Keep it
Glad
Slytherin.
to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Interesting.
He said I had a complexion like a hippogriff.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Why does everyone hate you?
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Sounds awful.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
Look at her fist. She's
Imelda is one
mad.
of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
I'd have done the same.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
You don't have any
Haven't
friends?
you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be
It's
back
the
to
bad
playing
pickup
Snake
line
Pit
answer.
and Jackstone by myself in no time.
That's a different game. That's a different game, Lasco.
Brilliant.
Hold on. Yeah, we're tracking this quest now. Let's get the gobstone, shall we? Let's also do a little exploring around the school. think there's one right here.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. It says it's lower now? Are you kidding me?
Revelio.
Level 4.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
Got it.
I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
So he's gonna give a little verbal thing. And you... Get a little verbal note when you get around it. Thank you. What's that game called, Lasco? Do you know? It's like the dating game simulator or the pickup line. He's like a dating guru. It's actually fairly hilarious.
Revelio.
Butterflies yet?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio. Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
Harry Potter, the dating sim. Got it. It's funny because it's like cringy. And just the cringiness of it makes it hilarious, in my opinion.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I sent an anonymous
Accio.
because he kept leaving his dirty clothes all
Revelio.
Wish I brought the pet out of school.
Where's it doing?
Handy resource indeed, your field
Oh,
guide.
shit.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Didn't realize there was one right there.
Revelio.
Oh, wait.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Decorous blazer school uniform. Wait. Oh. Oh yeah, let's put some gloves on. You know? Doesn't acquit, you must... If it doesn't acquit, you must fit. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Much more. Where's the love spell? Oh, that's later. We're still early, Lasco. We gotta wait for that one to come. Suck one day if the magic just decided to stop working.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
And you're just walking like normal, and you're freaking...
Revelio.
And then you're, you just fall, because the stuff didn't come out in front of you. Yoink. Alright. The beer got spilled. Shoot. That I do not know. So, Akio!
Revelio.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as...
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment.
Lenora.
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before.
What's that mean?
If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Ah. Alright, so potty, in the way she's using it, is foolish or crazy. Alright.
If
That
I have
helps
the time
out a little
when
bit.
they look, could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Thanks. Whatever your name is,
Do come
Lenora.
and find me if you stumble on something illuminating
Lumos.
solve the mystery.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Yeah, I could.
I suppose
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Got it.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Just leveling up fast as shit. What's up, Lenora?
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm not telling.
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
I'm not.
You should have worked it out on your own.
You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place. Imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer.
Revelio.
That's hilarious. Quests. Oh my gosh. Surely you jest. I'm not.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
There it is.
Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
I think you have the option to not give them back to her.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic logic.
May I have my gobstones back?
You can tell her no. No, I'm going to keep them.
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them. That'll teach you to stink up your classmates.
What? You'd keep my prized collection for yourself?
It likes to be like, are you sure you want to be an ass? And the answer is yes.
Yes. Finders keepers, I'm afraid.
I knew it. You're just as bad as everyone else. I hate this school. You'll all be sorry when I learn some more spells.
Listen, outlaw. I'm in the Slytherin house. I have to be an ass no matter what. Also, hello, outlaw. How are you, sir?
I found what you need. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Conduit of your magic. Yoink. Yoink. The day the music died. I need something off my porch. BRB. And was singing by this very high. Got more posts in the mail. Has to be a dick. He's jerkbag Doug. Exactly.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out. Repair. Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Let me know, sir. A page.
Revelio.
Oh, you gotta go through that thing. And we're singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Why is my... Do y'all see this? Look at my cloak is like stained with a bunch of spots.
Solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer. Practically competing with Imelda to see who's a more infuriating know-it-all.
Revelio.
She's still talking about it. Oh, that's funny.
I absolutely hate you. I hate you. That is rather cruel.
Well, she's still mad about it too. Kids in my dorm are doing some sketchy shit while you were sleeping. Does the fedora look right? It provides me with defense, so, you know. Absolutely gonna wear it, even though it doesn't make any sense to wear what I'm wearing currently.
Revelio.
Blood stains on your cloak. I mean, it does look odd. I mean, I'm not.
What are you up to now?
It's about time to put something like black in charge. All these disgusting...
As a mother
Look.
cabbage.
I wouldn't bother yourself about...
Revelio. Fancy meeting you here. Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new
So
charge.
stupid.
I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Do you have a mod?
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then.
Hi, Freya.
Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything
Nice.
that you need. Shall we?
One day I'll learn how to do mods.
glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel.
Well, that's
The way
because
I
you
see it,
suck.
I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Revelio.
A bunch that is just ah, gotcha. One day I'll figure out how to mod some things.
Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case.
I definitely need some help
Professor
with it.
Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
I think Trent should be back
Well,
sometime this
I
afternoon.
suspect it's a matter of differing opinions.
We'll play some COD.
She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion.
Revelio.
Oh, you can't have the books out of her hand.
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look.
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it?
It's
You certainly
Buckbeak.
don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
I need
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities.
I was out of breath.
You can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, Hogwarts. Game looks good. Looks really good on the GPU.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, loads to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
See some dueling gloves on. Didn't abandon Sebastian!
Professor Weasley is a
Revelio.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
I used to write to my parents every week.
Revelio.
Oh, I used to write to my parents every week.
Mr. Moon. He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure.